Okay, we got some Karades. This one, this is a pretty good little crowd shot. For some shapes. Go away. Right. So I'll probably just we'll probably do, I don't know, maybe a dozen of these types of videos, and then if no one gives a shit, I'll just stop, because you'd be surprised that it's pretty annoying sketching like this in comparison to normal. So if no one really cares, then I'll go back to my usual schedule of basically uploading every few months for 2 minutes, which is also because, no one really gives a shit. So I'm not here to just fill the YouTube coffers of, not that I'm making them any money, but, load up there. God, that was a dumb idea. Load up their site with crap. I mean, not that what I'm doing is anywhere near the crap that they make a living from, but I'm trying to do some culture. But we are in 2024, and in the so-called West, and we're on a, do they call that a social? Is it a social media platform, or is it just a video platform? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's the commercialized internet, which is basically a trash heap. So the point is, I know what I'm up against in terms of. What the hell did I just do there? Oh. In terms of what people are looking for, what the common people are after on this planet, particularly in the so-called West. So I'm not gonna fight it, because the only way to fight it is with money, power, and stuff like that. Revolutions, whatever. So I'm not too connected to the moneyed so-called powers on Earth enough to change YouTube. Hey, YouTube might own your government soon. Who knows? They'll consolidate, and in some ways they already do. So that's good, isn't it? That's what you're looking for. I can't actually see what I'm drawing. There's no detail there. I'm just making up shit there. It's not a good idea. We're really just after the silhouettes, but drawing silhouettes without, in my opinion, this is my opinion, without constructing the figure still is pointless. Because, not pointless, let's just say it's not pointless. Pointless would be making videos like this on YouTube, but it's not pointless. It's just that you don't learn, you're not learning how to replicate it, because I wonder if these drawings are pretty small on the screen. They probably are, but what the hell am I supposed to fucking do? Because I'm not going to draw like bigger. I'm not drawing that small. It's just that with these tablets, I mean, basically with the high def stuff as well, everything gets smaller on the screen. So I'm going to get into a rant about that. Who knows? Maybe I will. That's the beauty of making videos. You can just talk about whatever you want. If people don't care, they don't. Doesn't matter what you talk about. But what was I saying? I mean, like if you want to do just silhouettes without that form, without sort of trying to work out what the body's doing underneath it, go for it. I've done it in the past, but the problem with it is that you don't learn how to you don't know what you construct, what you're drawing really. You're just drawing a flat shape, and you do pick up things, but the problem is that if you want to draw with a 3D mindset, with a mindset of being able to put it into 3D space, and want to know what the form basically is, then you got to kind of. I mean, I'm constructing like I'm kind of like interpreting it and constructing it underneath in my mind. I know what I'm looking at in terms of. I'm not just thinking of it as a 2D shape. I'm thinking of what's the components. It probably doesn't make any sense. So, doesn't matter. So this one's got a he's got a little dynamic form, doesn't he? Or is it a woman? I don't know. I think is it? Should be able to tell, but maybe it's just a fat guy. So I think I had another point I was making there, but it looks like it's gone. Yeah. So these are flat because of the perspective. Like they're actually flattened forms. I'm looking at them like that in a sense, but with their anatomical components that I'm you know what I'm doing? I'm rebuilding them, and what I'm looking at is just I'm just looking at the pose, the way people actually coordinate their body and the limbs and stuff. That's what I'm interested in, because that is very hard to make up. You can't just well, you can. Hey, you can do it. You can do whatever you want. But it's hard to make that up because that's like very complex. And the same with animals. That's one of the problems with animals. You don't actually know how their body language. You might even know the anatomy, okay, but how do they carry their weight? How do they lean? How do they do stuff? Who knows? Don't worry, there's only fucking 1,000 species to study. You'll get through it. No, you won't need that many. Hopefully you don't need that many for your book contract. Picture book with every single animal on the planet, and they'll pay you. Don't worry, they'll pay you really well for that. The art director will make more than you, and they can't do anything, but you can, you'll do fine. Just do it, because art's magic. It's just magic. You have like magical. If you have magical abilities, you can do. You just make pictures. That's what it is. It's like some magic. There's a babushka there. So let's do a babushka. We're up to 10 minutes. What's the intention span of the video? About 10 minutes, isn't it? Well, fuck it. I'm gonna keep going then. I'm gonna abide by that shit. Probably swearing is gonna do something as well, isn't it? Because we can show all kinds of seedy shit all over YouTube, but if you make a swear word, that's terrible. Hey, it's the West. It's the West. Don't you know YouTube's protecting kids? Don't you know that? Their culture is protecting kids. Right? When you upload a video, you got to make sure that you're not doing anything that's bad for kids, because YouTube cares about morality of your kids, and Google. They really care about it. Good to know, isn't it? Good to know you're in safe hands there. And if I say a swear word, whoa. I could, I'm sure TikTok cares. That looks like a really classy place as well, TikTok. So they care about kids. They don't want, the last thing they want is to corrupt your kids. My God. So this babushka's got some kind of jacket and I think we've got a bit confused with what we're doing with this one. We've got a few issues going on now. Yeah, you thought you were just cruising with your little easy silhouette, so now you got this weirdo who's doing something with it. She's got hunched. This is like a dumb thing to do. This is a dumb pose. I'm never going to use something like this because it's too weird with the top. I thought it was going to work. That leg's got to come in more. That leg's that's doing something. So, we'll just leave it there. That's kind of. We're going to abandon you, babushka, because you're going to become a problem. Yeah, you can blame me for messing it up, but look at that. It was that evil company, Adobe. Thanks, Adobe, for checking in on me there. Go to hell, you evil bastard company, Adobe. Oh, anyone who's used Adobe over the years knows what I'm talking about. If you don't, let's just say that in the sphere of design and art and so on, you'd be surprised how much this software is, even back in the old days when you could buy it. But then they decided that you can't buy it. You just got to rent it. Well, I don't rent this. Where did I get it from? I don't know. Long time ago, I got this little helping hand. There's a guy with his hands behind his back. I wanted, and then I get out of this one. See, there's the guy. There's something a bit different. See, that's what I want. I want to have the guy who's holding his. That one's a good one. But his legs a bit. No, he's got his hands over behind the back. Photo's just a tad. It's got a bit of carrot. The photo's just a tad blurry. You know what? No. Let's go over here. So now we're in the 40s. 1948 is it? Look at this. This is super color. And that guy's got some very baggy pants. I think I'm interested in this walk. Like what is this with the zoom? Like you're going to give me 200 now? You telling me you won't give me half of that? What the hell? Come on. Is it always like that? Is it always? Alright. So we've got some mud people there. Looking pretty colourful. Might even, if I'm feeling like fancy, I might even get out the red in a minute. Who knows? I'm interested in this walk pose because it's the walk pose is it's the one where in the sequence where it's kind of, I don't really do this one where the leg's not behind but it's just being lifted up that side. The stuff I'm saying must just sound pretty crazy people because no one knows what the hell I'm talking about. You know, that's good. Because we're just communicating with is that your hair or is that somebody behind you? I don't know. So I'm gonna do that. She's got a nice little. I like the way she's got a nice little little left arms, doing a little bit of a swing there. It's quite a nice little shape. Yeah. See, that's the beauty of life, isn't it? You can just get joy out of little things like a pose in an old photo. Isn't that wonderful? See that? That's just the beauty of life right there. You know, it's all great when you get these old photos and they're a bit, they're not perfectly clear, so they're sort of painterly, and you're like, wow, that's kind of good, and I like that kind of painterly quality. And then you go to try and do it with line, you're like, wouldn't mind just a little bit of clarity now, but so what would what should I do? Okay. Ooh, Look at these alcohol markers. So cheap. These are the cheapest alcohol markers you can get. Do they look quite as good as alcohol markers? No. No. But don't, let me tell you, Photoshop doesn't run out. That's not true. If you if you haven't got yourself a copy, it actually does. And you got to go rent it again from your old friend Adobe, who's helping you in your career or your hobby or whatever. Look at that. We got some colour there. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Oh, that was a bad idea, wasn't it? You knew as soon as I did that it was dumb. So, yeah, what are we on here? There's like 20 minutes, isn't there? I don't even know. I don't really know what's happening with their head, so I'm not gonna just leave it. I think, and might start packing away my little markers, and yeah, we just got this is some more little crowdies, and oh my god, she's on the ground. Oh my god, that is magic. Going horizontal on this tablet is actually the worst. That's the worst. It never really goes horizontal the way my hand is. See, it didn't do it that time either. Actually, it was. Yeah, let's just pretend. Okay, so that's about it.